Imagine this. For the very first time in Predator history, the infamous creature isn't just hunting. It's the hero. That's right, director Dan Trachtenberg decided to throw the rulebook out the window with Predator Badlands, determined to craft a film that breaks every expectation and refuses to repeat the same old formula. If you thought a direct sequel to Prey was a given, think again. But here's where things get controversial. Many fans loved Amber Midthunder's fierce performance as Naru in Prey and were eager to see her back for a follow-up. Naturally, after Prey's success, you'd expect the next step would be Prey 2. But Trachtenberg wanted to challenge that pattern. As he shared in a recent interview, sequels often get trapped in the mindset of what comes next without ever asking if it should happen at all. To him, Prey stood out precisely because it was a bold, original idea, something that hadn't been seen in the Predator universe before. So why just repeat the past? Predator Badlands flips the narrative. Set in a distant future on a lonely planet, the story introduces us to Dek, played by Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi, a young predator who's been rejected by his clan. Dek teams up with Thia, Elle Fanning, an alliance no one saw coming, and together they set out on a dangerous quest to find the greatest opponent imaginable. Here's the twist. The heart of the movie isn't about survival alone, but about the bond that forms between Dek and Thia. Trachtenberg describes it as a buddy comedy, which is quite the departure from the lone wolf survivalism of Prey. And this is the part most people miss. It's about relationships as much as it's about action. But Trachtenberg isn't just switching up the genre. He's redefining who we root for. He wants audiences to sympathize with Dek, putting the creature front and center as the main character, something rarely explored in sci-fi. Traditionally, non-human beings in these films are either the villains or quirky comic relief. Here, he asks, what if we saw the world through the Predator's eyes, joining it on a personal adventure to prove itself? That's a surprisingly daring proposition. Are audiences ready to cheer for something they used to fear? After Prey, Trachtenberg tackled Killer of Killers, an animated anthology that left fans wanting more, especially after a new extended epilogue debuted at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, with Predator Badlands set to hit theaters November 7th, he's already brainstorming where to go next. If these latest installments land with fans, Trachtenberg promises he has a third wild idea up his sleeve, set in a different era entirely. He's unafraid to push this franchise far beyond its comfort zone. And he teases that there are countless periods and stories yet to be explored. But let's stir the pot. Turning the Predator into a hero, does that risk undermining what made the creature iconic in the first place? Can fans really embrace a new direction? Or will nostalgia for the original villain win the day? Let us know where you stand. Does this daring shift excite or annoy you? And do you believe the franchise needs to keep reinventing itself to avoid becoming stale? Sound off in the comments below.